Mondays in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania might surprise you. There are still some closings that are a little unexpected, but we have a great plan for a great day, so stay tuned to find out how to have the almost perfect Monday in Lancaster County, Amish country. Hey everybody, welcome back to this new series on the almost perfect week in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, Amish country. We did Sunday video already. This is the Monday video. I would say that Monday is the second most challenging day to make plans for because there are still some places that are closed. I'll list all that at the end of the video, but alas, we shall not let that deter us from having a wonderful Monday, a fun Monday, so stay tuned to see all the fun we have planned for this Monday in Lancaster County, Amish country. First things first, we need a really good breakfast to prepare us for a full and active day. So let's head to, drumroll, Dienners. It is truly my favorite restaurant in Lancaster County, and I'm not alone in this position. Full disclosure, I have not yet eaten here for breakfast, but I know how they run this restaurant, so I know the breakfast will be amazing. Plus, many of you have said so, as well as my friends and fellow YouTubers, the Virginia Fun Seekers, and I will link their video below in the description about their breakfast experience. So I know enough to know this is where I want to be. But back to why I love this restaurant. The food here is always homemade, always delicious, and very Pennsylvania Dutch, with lots of Amish and Mennonite recipes. The service is warm and welcoming, and the atmosphere is super cozy and so pleasant. I love that it is a smaller restaurant too. It just checks all the boxes for me. And for all meals of the day, you can choose either to order off the menu or get the buffet, which is a really great system, allowing everyone in your party to be happy. So, I know we will enjoy our breakfast here, whether it's from the menu or the buffet. When the meal is over, there are a few shops around Dienners that you can visit and, as my grandma would say, putz around after your breakfast. But whenever you decide to leave, we are heading to another favorite place of mine, and that is the town of Intercourse. And the first thing I'm going to suggest you do upon arrival in Intercourse is to head to AAA Buggy Rides and do one of their buggy ride tours. I'm suggesting this now before it gets too hot, because remember, this is kind of based on summertime itinerary, and it will get even more crowded as the day goes along. I have done a couple of these buggy tours, and I really love them. They are one of the only buggy tour companies that offer a tour through a covered bridge, which I think is extra special. Now that one takes almost an hour, but there are shorter ones available for you if that's just too long. After the buggy tour, it is time to stroll around Kitchen Kettle Village. This local hotspot and very charming shopping area has over 40 shops and eats to explore and visit. Most of the vendors are local, and the village itself was started by a family, the Burnleys, in the 1950s in their garage making, you guessed it, jam. That garage space is now the Jam and Relish Kitchen, which is the foundation of this entire shopping adventure. And the homes of the Burnley family are still on property, and so that's really cool. There's a lot of neat history here. I was blessed enough to go on a walking tour with one of the owners, the daughter of Pat Burnley, and she pointed out a lot of cool history, and I'll link that up here above and in the description. So besides the Jam and Relish Kitchen, the Kitchen Kettle Village has lots of other food shopping, places like Pappy's Kettle Corn. My husband loves this popcorn, by the way. Lat Valley Farm Ice Cream, which is my favorite ice cream in Lancaster County, a fudge shop, a meat and cheese shop, a coffee shop, a pretzel shop, all inside the village. There's also a popular pretzel shop in town along Route 340 called Immergut Pretzels. All that to say, there are a lot of snacking options here, but pace yourself or bring a cooler to take stuff home with you because lunch is not too far away. But this place is also full of many shops, many merchandise shops, many of which are run by local vendors and community members. They have anything from a leather shop to a hat shop, jewelry, quilts, and so much more. Lots of great little stores to explore, and the place is laid out in such a charming fashion. They take great care of this place, so it makes the entire experience really fun. This is a high praise for me because I'm not much of a shopper, but I love coming here and just being here and just taking my time and enjoying the atmosphere. When you're ready for lunch, I do have two fantastic meal options here in the town of Intercourse. One is the Harvest Cafe right inside the village here, and I recommend their chicken salad sandwich with their cranberry orange relish. It is delicious with homemade bread. Everything here is really fresh and delicious. They have a good menu. They have a very pleasant atmosphere with beautiful views of the Amish farmland in the back where the windows are. So great place to have some lunch. However, I'm also going to recommend, if you're up for something maybe a little more hearty, go down the street just a little bit to Stoltzfus Meats. Inside there, they have Amos Place. This is a very popular local eatery, and it is always busy. Both the market in Stoltzfus and Amos Place are local favorites and have some very cool history behind it as well. I also did a video on this place. I'll link that above too. Recently, I came here for lunch with my dad, and he got the Stoltzfus sausage sandwich, which is one of their popular items. He really loved it. He loved everything about it. He said it was delicious. I got the chicken salad sandwich because this is kind of what I do all over the place. And it was very, very good, very fresh, and just kind of your plain old simple, nothing added to it, chicken salad. It was very, very good. But my favorite thing with their fries, they kind of stole the show. I'm a French fry fanatic, but these were done super, super well, and they were freshly made that day. So you could absolutely tell that they were just made. Everything was delicious, and they have a great selection here. And like I said, it's very local. You're going to get a lot of local dishes, so a great place to eat as well. Just a fun fact that Amos Place was named after the original owner of Stoltzfus Meats. When he started the whole company, they decided to make a little restaurant inside here named after him. So that's why it's called Amos Place. And I would definitely say, whether you eat here or not for lunch, go visit Stoltzfus Meats, walk around and see their products, see their meats, see their cheeses, see all their food. It's a really fun place to be. And there is a TV in here that will give you like a whole history lesson on this property and on the family. It's very, very cool. So check that out when you are in the town of Intercourse. And just fun fact, always bring a cooler to Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. At least 2, or a really, really big one. There's lots of things here that you're going to want to take home for Stoltzfus Meats. Stuff you can cook, stuff you can snack on, stuff you can store in the pantry for later. So definitely bring a cooler. All right, so now that you're filled up on more food, fuel, and have visited Stoltzfus Meats and learned some cool history, we can continue on with our fun Monday. So let's stroll on down the road to the old candle barn and do the self-guided candle factory tour, where you can observe how they make candles using the same method they have used for the past 40 years. This is a free observational experience and adds a little fun and unique education to this Monday. FYI, I would call ahead to make sure their factory is open and in operation for the tour, because it's not always every day, but it's only offered Monday through Friday, not on the weekend, just FYI. After the candle barn, if you want to do more shopping, there are still plenty of places to visit here in not only Kitchen Kettle Village, but the town. There are shops up and down a couple different streets, and you can spend all day here and probably 2 days here just shopping. So this is where you want to be. So that's what you want to do in the afternoon. We're going to call that afternoon option number 1, the shopping, and more shopping option. So just don't forget, there are even more shops along the main road, but also down West Newport Road. Some really neat shops down there, including furniture and quilt shops. And I will list all these extra options at the end of the video, as well as the description, because there's really just too many to even talk about, but they're just a lot. So just take your time. If you want to shop, go right ahead. You're in your shop paradise, honestly, here. Almost all these shops will close by 5 p.m. So keep that in mind when you're planning your day, and then we'll just meet you back all later for dinner. But whether you are staying or going here in the afternoon, I do have 2 stops I recommend, again, for the cooler or for a snack later. First is the Taylor Chip Cookies. Here you will find freshly made stuffed cookies, some of which you just won't believe, honestly. The owners of this cookie stop are from this area and are producing decadent, delicious, stuffed thick cookies. They actually are doing very well. They're multiplying their locations. They started here in Intercourse. They have multiple locations now, and fun fact, they will ship these to you anywhere in the United States. We've had some delivered to us, and they were really good for being shipped. They were very, very good, very fresh and delicious. So definitely check out these Taylor Chip cookies, because they're very unique and very delicious and very, very big. I'm going to suggest another place called M&A Sweet Treats. This is recommended to me by several of you on the channel, and I've heard good things about it. So people have said their whoopie pies are very good. If you're right here in town, stop in and see them too. Maybe check out some treats for later. Okay, for those of you who are ready for something different, like me, something else to do this day, I'm going to suggest afternoon option number 2, and that's participating in the Amish Experience, just a short drive down the road along 340 at the Amish View Inn & Suites property. So you have a few options here. This is a very big property with lots of offerings, including a buggy ride too, if you want to do one here. Their main building with all the tourism kind of educational stuff has some different options. You can watch a 30-minute fictional story called Jacob's Choice in their immersive theater. You can also tour their on-property Amish home and schoolhouse. Finally, they offer a 2-hour backroads tour, so there are combo tickets you can get. You can just do the school and house, which is what I recommend at the least. Do the school and house. It's kind of cool to see how the Amish live and how they utilize all their resources, so that's a fun thing to do. But you also could do the movie, because why not? You're already there. I would say that the tour here and the experiences here take you at least an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, so plan that into your day as well. All right, so now is time to start planning for dinner. And one really good option that's literally a hop, skip, and a jump away is on this property. It is Smokehouse BBQ Brews, and they offer, like you probably are guessing, really good barbecue. We went here last summer and had a delightful visit. Really enjoyed the food. The burnt ends were the star of the show in this meal. My husband was raving about them, and he's very picky about barbecue. So the burnt ends were something he definitely recommends. We went here with our friends, the Virginia Fun Seekers, and David and Angie, and Christine and Jenna. It was just a great time. It's a neat place. It's cool looking inside. It is right here on property. It's a different offering in Lancaster if you want to change from the regular Pennsylvania Dutch food. It's a good place to go if you want some barbecue. However, if you're not in the mood for barbecue, and if you didn't get to go to this place yesterday, I would suggest going to Miller's for dinner. It is always delicious and very popular, and the oldest restaurant in Lancaster. Definitely a place to eat at during your almost perfect week here for sure, so why not tonight? You're gonna get a lot of great local dishes. It's always very high quality. You're just not gonna leave here disappointed. You're gonna be full. Check out all their classic stuff they have to offer, like the chicken pot pie, like the chicken and waffles. I love their macaroni and cheese here. It's actually my favorite in Lancaster County, and they have really great desserts, including their chocolate pecan pie, which is a huge hit for many people. So check all that out while you're here. Dinner. Okay, so I feel a food coma coming on. So it's time to say goodnight to this amazing day in Lancaster County. There was a lot of shopping, a lot of activity, a lot of walking around, so we did a lot. But we mixed in some fun and some education at the Candle Barn, at Stoltzfus Meats, Amish Experience. So we did learn a lot, but we still enjoyed food and shopping and just seeing the site. So I thought it was a really great day. I love this area of Lancaster County. This and Birdhand are two of my favorite places to be. So a great day in the town of Intercourse and a little bit beyond. And I hope you had fun. Let me know what you think of this day on Monday and what you would do differently, what you love about this plan. And I just always appreciate your suggestions, so keep them coming. Okay, so before I close down this video, I did want to go over a few of the eateries that are not open on Mondays that might surprise you. So first we have Katie's Kitchen, which is located along Hartman Bridge Road. It is an Amish owned and operated local favorite. It's a small, cozy restaurant. It's just a regular menu dining restaurant, but they are not open on Mondays. DJ's Taste of the 50s, which is a fun 1950s era style diner that is along 340 Old Philadelphia Pike, not too far off of Route 30. That is also closed on Mondays. Next we have the Bird and Hand Family Restaurant, which was closed often on Mondays before the fire, before they had to relocate. But before all that, they typically were closed on Mondays. Now that might change when they reopen in the spring with their reopening of the restaurants. So stay tuned to find out about that. And then lastly, Old Mill Restaurant, which is in the town of Intercourse at the Best Western Hotel. That is not available on Mondays either. I also want to go over a few more shops that are near the town of Intercourse along West Newport Road. Most of these are along that road. So those are some more shops that I recommend you visit if you love checking things out that are local. And then of course there are numerous shops right along the main street of 340/Old Philadelphia Pike in the town of Intercourse. So lots to see, lots of shopping to do in this area. Okay, that wraps it up. Thank you for being here for this almost perfect Monday in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Let me know what you think, and I hope you enjoy your next adventure.